My still bruised face looks back at me in the mirror. The swelling hasn't gone down much, and I expect I'll be carrying this proof of defeat for a few more days. Evan has been out for the entire day, and he also hasn't texted me. That's fine though. For recruitment, I've narrowed down to 2 decent candidates. I could ask Ross. She may be willing to be a member in name only. She wouldn't have to do anything, and I'd offer to do her homework as much as she likes. Then again, that could be pretty burdensome for me. The other option is Nat. She's stubborn, but she's got to be lonely. She may be open to it if I push more. I step out of the room and stroll down to the school library through the empty hall. I like to say that I'm not entirely sure why I'm doing this without Evan, but I know why. If I'm honest, it's because I'm worried he could be right. The library door hangs open in front of me. If I recall, it's normally kept closed. And locked, actually. I may be invading Mr. Underwood's privacy, so I steel myself what I could find. I'm just taking a casual look in the library and skipping class to do it. I look back and wonder if I should just leave. I go in. Immediately I see Natasha bent over, on her hands and knees, with her head under a table. Nat! She hits her head on the table. She stands. Ah, you! Yes, me. What are you doing? Her relaxed eyes scan me from head to turn. What are you doing? I rub my sore eye. Look, I know turnabout is fair play, but it's rude to answer a question with a question. She's watching me patiently. It's almost unnerving how still she can be. Fine, I came here to look for a book from Mr. Underwood. A lie. Why do you say that? Your body is honest. Are you suspicious again? Her poker face is unwavering. I'm not making trouble. I said I wouldn't again, didn't I? I warned you that I'll expose you to the teacher if you allow poor decisions twice. Fine. And you? What class are you supposed to be in right now? Jim and I will attend soon. So we're both being naughty. She steps closer. Does provocative language pleasure you? Ah, what's under the table anyway? Nothing new. I just took back a personal item. Oh, you dropped something? Lane. What? You need rest. Please stop humbling your suspicions. It's not mine, it's Evan's. He wanted me to take a look in here. He thought Mr. Underwood and Principal Dekker were arguing in here. Her eyes leave me as she adjusts her hair. So, we will look together, okay? Then we'll both go to class. That seems reasonable. Reasonable. What was that? She takes my hand and leads me deeper inside. Deep where though? I do not object. And mutter reply. That works. We can make it quick. Yes. As we walk between bookshelves, I realize I'm distracted by the physical contact. Her hand grips mine securely. It's not as soft as I expected. Her palms are mildly convulsed. You don't need to hold my hand. I'll follow you. I pull away from her, triggering a small ripple of disappointment within myself. Yikes, man. What was with all that? Okay. You shouldn't do it anyway, yeah? It's not romance. It's like leading a child. I'm wounded, not helpless. What are you looking for? You're missing marbles. Very funny. I feel much better today. What about you? She continues marching through the library and I follow. I am okay. You're lonely. She locks eyes with me for only an instant. Maybe some. Homesickness. My boyfriend calls every day though. Sounds like a healthy relationship. Do you have those? Nope, not yet. I'm working on it. She steps onto a stool and holds her face close to a row of books. What are you doing? Do you smell it? I sniff and close my eyes. No. She hops down and resumes her patrol. What do you smell? Nothing. I was wrong. Are you happy yet? No, but I'm working on that too. I meant with the search. My face shades red. I think so. Are you happy? I am also working for it. For the room. I am satisfied. We will not find evidence here. Yeah, I'll agree there's nothing to see. Thanks for humouring me. You find me funny? No, I mean thank you for your help. Without a perceptible response, she leads me to the entrance. Before we leave, will you please give me your phone number? Nat lifts her phone without hesitation. Was she going to suggest it too? Okay, that was easy. I'd add her to my contacts. Text me when you feel suspicious. I'll help you from getting in trouble. Well, I can't promise to do it every time. She stares me down with her poker face. I'll try. You owe me 3 now, is it right? Heh. Since you never gave me a straight answer, we'll call it 2. Time for class. Time for the class. I take a seat at the table she was previously underneath. I'm going to catch up on some mixed texts first. You go ahead. She frowns. Oh, come on. I'll go soon. We'll call it 3 after all. The number will mean nothing if it forever grows. With an exhale, she moves to the door. I will return if you do not tell me that you leave soon. I'll wave her off. That's fine. It'll just be a minute. I'll just be a minute. She leaves and I reviewed Miss text from Miss Weeb. How are you doing? Do you need a lift? I'll be around if you do. She's considerate. I'm not sure, but I'll let you know soon. We'll leave you if you're not ready by 6. Heh, that's fair. That's definitely fair, yeah. I pull back from the table and move around the table. There are many books here, and dust layers the spines. The shelves are equally dirty, which adds to the feeling that this whole area was abandoned. My tongue presses to the roof of my mouth. There's that metallic taste again. It's faint, but it's just like before. I can't tell if it's me or this nasty building. I knock on the door Natasha left open earlier. Is she trying to pull me back to the class already? I move closer. Turner? Principal Dekker sees me and we both flinch in surprise. Oh, Lane, what are you doing here? Damn it, what's my excuse? I was checking out a book and cleaning, sorry. Hold on. Please, what? I don't know why I apologize, sorry. That's alright. We were both a bit startled. Why are you here? I often patrol the school grounds. Do you have permission to be here right now? I avert my eyes. No, man, I just thought... I talked to you about this morning, didn't I? She steps closer. You should not let your project with Mr. Underwood interfere with your studies. Sorry, I just... Please tell me how the library was unlocked. How did you get in? A key is needed to unlock this door. Sheesh, if that's true, I'm caught. I'm sorry. Let me help you, alright? Please tell me the truth. I stare at my shoes, her fingertips rise my head and she looks me in the eyes. Please, you can tell me. I blush and step back. Okay, I saw you and Mr. Underwood in here. Her eyes widen. I was worried and didn't know what to do, so... Her expression is gravely serious and it's causing me to fumble my composure. It's just that I wanted to make sure you were okay. There was a lot of tension. Oh my. What is going on? She flushes and begins to pace. I'm glad she also needs to think, because I have no idea how to explain the door. Did you hear what we said? I shake my head. No. Does anyone else know? I know better than to complicate this. I shouldn't say the door was unlocked earlier either. No. I want to learn more first. Good. Okay. Listen, Lane. We need to keep this between the two of us. Sure. She steps close again, this time glaring into me. No, I'm really serious. You can't say anything to anyone. Promise me, swear it. Okay. I didn't even really see anything. What were you fighting about? Grown-up things. No offense, but I'm basically an adult, you know. How do I know you're not being hurt? She steps back, her face showing complex bursts of emotions. I guess I can't expect you to trust me if I don't trust you. I argue with her, but simply stare at her. I agree with her, but simply stare at her. My heart races, so she's so sincere, yeah. Okay, I'll just say it. Her voice lowers. I'm in a relationship with Mr. Underwood. A wave of relief crashes over me. Oh, why is that bad? She blushes furiously and maintains a whisper. I'm married. Well, isn't this just a ball of fun? But then again, the married man could be someone that she doesn't communicate with anymore. I really don't know what to say. You don't have to say anything. In fact, you can't say anything. This has to be a secret. Do you understand? Her eyes plead with me. I swallow. Yes. I promise I won't tell anyone, Miss Dekker. Her chest swallows with a heavy breath. Okay. It's really not my business. You still need to tell me more about what you've been doing here to get in and out of here. Why don't we move to my office and finish this? I can't. Not now. I know it's important, I promise you, but I'm not getting up to trouble. What? Why can't we talk now? I have to convince another student to join our group before tomorrow morning. She really doesn't like that answer. Principal Dekker glints at her watch. Listen, please, this conversation is not over. You still owe me answers. I will promise not to tell anyone either, but you will meet me in my office later. I need to understand for myself what you're doing and why you're doing it. She must feel like she needs control. She really doesn't want to risk me telling anyone about what Evan saw. The balance of power in this conversation levels out. It almost feels like I'm blackmailing her for time. I understand. Can I go to your office tomorrow after school? Tomorrow? She closed her eyes to gather composure. Okay. Tomorrow after school, and after you and your friends have finished your cleaning work, I'll be in my office. Thank you. I really appreciate it. With a slow start, I move past her. She stops my shoulder with a soft touch. Please, don't even hint it to anyone. Not even Mr. Underwood. Ah, how could you refuse those pleading eyes? I promise. I'll walk the hell out of there, placing a hand over my chest as I enter the hall. This has been going on for longer than I expected. The game's said to last for about 2 hours, the demo, but this has gone on for much longer than I have anticipated. I quickly lift my phone. Tasha needs to be assured. Don't go back. I'm heading to class now. Do not go back. It's almost the end of the day and I just finished cleaning the fake bloodstains from my locker. It was easier than... Yeah, definitely is. Real easier. It's not actually real. My phone alerts me to a group message from Mr. Underwood. Recipients are me, Alice and Holly. Something has come up today, but cleaning today is postponed. I ask that you all take a double shift tomorrow instead. Okay. Thank you, sir. I pocket my phone, sorry. That timing worries me a little, but I'll address it later. Now that I have time, I need to choose. Rosaline is surely hanging around the school somewhere, and I could probably catch Natasha before she leaves for the day if I hurry. I'm going with Natasha. She's dexterous, capable, and maybe I can get through to her. It's troublesome to swing against the current of students leaving, but I maneuver through the crowd. Fortunately, Nat stands on the edge of a court with her phone in hand. She looks invested. Feeling playful, I text her. I'm feeling suspicious again. Wait, I'm coming. Where are you? Natasha lowers her phone, jogs forward a few steps, and then slows to a halt as she sees me. I wince at her as she blushes deeply. Is it a joke? I couldn't resist, sorry. Why were you so ready to help? I hope you don't think I'm that helpless. She begins to leave. Wait, please. I want to talk to you. The bus will leave. I'll make it quick. Join the student organisation with me. I said no before. Please consider. It's a huge help to us. Who is us? It's me, Alice, Holly and Evan. You know Evan, right? I know of all. Why do you need another? The school board won't allow it unless we have 5 members. She watches me with patience. I'm begging you. Please help. Why is it important? I think for a moment, but decide to be honest. I need money. Why? I'm not comfortable telling you. With a small smile, Nat moves to a racket of basketballs and lifts one. You need help, but I need to avoid involvement. Do you want to play for it? Why do you think you have to avoid us? It's not an issue if you move back a mid-year. We just need you now. I am not comfortable telling you. Play? I snatch up a ball from her grip, which she allows. Fine, but we'll play horse. Do you know how it works? No, what is horse? We take turns. When it's my turn, I make a shot first while you watch. If I make it, you have to make it from the same area I did. And if you miss, then it's your turn to choose where to make it. And I'll have to make it the same way. And if we miss a shot the other made, the other gets a point. Ah, okay. First to 5 point wins. Got it? I understand. This seems fair enough. Since I'm not awful, and I know she's not perfect, I saw her play the other day. To keep it simple, I move to the free throw line and align my shot. This one is basic, and I have a good chance to make it. The gym has emptied now, which helps me concentrate. I throw the ball with good form, and it goes through the hoop. Nat collects the ball and after I make it. Ah, so I duplicate. I step back and point at the free throw line. Yep, right here. Nat jogs up to the designated point, turns without losing momentum, and jumps backwards while throwing the ball. A clean fadeaway shot, more difficult than my standing still throw, but still compliment with the rules. She still took it from the same place I was standing. I grip my teeth, and she tosses me the basketball. I step back further from the basket, breathe deeply, and miss. The ball rebounding into Nat's hands from the rim. It's your turn now. You can throw it from wherever you want. Anywhere is okay? Yeah, but if you miss, then it's my turn again. With a tiny grin, she walks into the stands. Shooting from that far is asking to waste your turn. You could luck it and make it, and then your opponent won't. But that's hardly a feasible strategy. Yeah, because you need luck. She made it. What the hell? Did you practice trick shots? Nat takes one step back and gestures to the ground. Here. Reluctantly, I attempt from the same spot and miss by a wide margin. 1 point to her. Next, she makes it from the half-court point. Also far from the goal, I miss. 2 points to her. Then she takes 4 steps back from the half-court and makes it from further. I miss. 3 points to her. Then she makes it while she underneath the opposite goal post. Nearly full court, I'm speechless. She's amazing, but she wasn't like this the other day. What's going on? She presses the ball against my chest and I reflectively hug it. Can you match it? Of course I can't. But I try in vain. The ball doesn't even reach the goal, falling short despite my desperate one-arm sling. I'm just not strong enough to get it there. That is 4. Yeah, one more and you win. She appraises me and walks me to the 3-point line, further than the 3-throw line, but closer than half court. It's easier than her last shot. Why? At this point, I'm not surprised she makes it. I'm focused on the fact that I have a chance. I step to her spot, close my eyes and breathe. In and out, okay? I open my eyes, focus and make the throw. And it goes in! Huh? It is good. Now your turn again. Yeah. I take the ball, walk right underneath the basket and lightly throw it in. Very low exertion required. It is the easiest possible position and closest possible. Now looks very confused and I step back and point to where I stood. Right here. Okay. She effortlessly makes it in. I do the same thing immediately and make an extremely simple shot. Why do it? Your turn. Shoot. She makes it again. I choose the same spot again and also make it. I understand. I smile and place the ball in her hands. We take turns making it again and again and again and again and again. We do this for well over 15 minutes. As I watch her throw it in through the basket another time, I adjust my head bandage. Are you getting tired? I am not. I am. My arms are starting to feel heavy. Me either. We continue trading the simple shots. Over and over and over. You've missed a bus by now. It is okay. She tosses it up again and succeeds. How will you get home? I toss up again and succeed. Walk. She tosses it up again and succeeds. Me too. We continue in silence. both of us determined not to make a mistake. I lose track of time. Dozens of minutes pass. A whole hour passes. Then glancing at my phone, I confirm it's been nearly 2 hours since we started. My forearms are killing me. You must be sore by now. No, faster! She increased her pace and I struggle to match her. With less time lost between each throw, we continue. Hazy vision. At the third hour, I'm not able to match her speed anymore. It's late. My arms ache. I'm slower, but I keep making my rough toss-ups. She notices my exhaustion, but does not slow down. She's a machine! Will you quit now? You should rest now. Give in. I wipe sweat from my forehead. It's making my bandage slide across an itch, but I don't have spare concentration to scratch it. Slowly I make another shot. Lane. Hey! You lot need to get out of here. Lights out. We're closing. Natasha and I look at each other. She places the ball back on its rack and we walk out together. Yeah. The sun has set and we stand beside each other in the cool evening air. Lane. Do you want to keep going in the morning? No. You have won. What? What are you talking about? Not losing is a form of winning. You did not lose. More than me. I don't know how I feel about it, but I'll take it. Then will you please meet me at Mr. Underwood's office tomorrow morning? Yes. Good night. I'll watch her stroll away, stick my hands in my pockets and walk the opposite way. I still haven't heard from Evan despite today being the day. Time to see this through. Alice and Holly are waiting outside Mr. Underwood's office. Holly pushes off the wall and steps forward. Good morning, feeling better? Hey, did you find another? Her smile continues through a worried expression. Oh, you didn't. I look behind Holly and Alice. What's the scoop? There's no scoop. No one wants to join. Thought you were going to weave them an expert story to bend them to your will. She mutters. I was surprised you'd shoot yourself in the foot even after our talk. What is she talking about? Nat placed her hand on my shoulder. We wait here? Ha ha! Alice narrows her eyes. With glee, Holly hugs Nat around the wrist. Their height difference is comical. Natty! Nat pets Holly. Hello again. You recruited the foreign girl. Does she understand what we're doing? Come on, sheep. Nat tentatively pushes Holly aside and approaches Alice. As usual, Nat needs to look down. She extends a handshake. Appraising Nat slowly, Alice decides if she's worthy. Alice grabs Nat's hand, shakes it briefly, and they both smile. Aw, yay! Mr. Underwood approaches, so we make room for his advance. Good morning. Morning, sir. He unlocks the door with one hand, his other holding a coffee. It's steaming, and the way he's holding it seems painful. He's unfazed. Come in. We file into his office. Mr. Underwood stands behind his desk and glances at each of us in turn. I'm sorry if we don't have enough. Is that minimal still necessary? Do you not know? Kane informed me last night that you have enough. Kane? By looking around, I try to collect answers from the others, but they are equally surprised. Knock knock. Why is he in a... Really? Evan convinced Kane? Of all people. Kane stands in the doorway with Evan behind him. If that is everyone, please close the door. We will make this relatively quick. We move into the room and Evan closes the door. I glare at him, but he avoids my eyes. However, Kane acknowledges me directly. Your buddy told me what's up. He vaguely nods at Evan. He said you need another body, so here I am. I see. Thanks for coming through for us. My comment was directed at the air between Kane and Evan. I'm hiding my fury with firmly gritted teeth. I can't believe Evan would go behind my back like that. Well, you did tell him to be his own person, you know, so you can't be that surprised that he was doing something under his own merits. Like, do you have a problem, Lane? No, I'm just very surprised. I think it'll be good. So there's 6 of us here. My eyes flick to Kane, who smiles. To bury the hatchet. Agreed. Making peace is important, yeah? Alice nods slowly while reviewing Kane cautiously. It's not like she could turn him away now that he's already here. I think this is fine too. If there are any honest reservations, speak now. There are clearly reservations, but no one wants to air them out in here. Alright, the board agreed to let you all form an organization independent of the school to be contracted on a trial basis. You all will work directly for the president of the student union, earning an hourly rate equivalent to the current minimum wage. He rests his coffee on his desk. You will report directly to the president, and the president will report directly to me. So that's the line of hierarchy. The president will be elected by vote no less regularly than annually. Any questions? Will you clarify what you mean by an independent organization? Yes. The school will not employ students, rather we will compensate your organization. He rolls his eyes. In no connection with the school and at my independent discretion, I will email you details and provide guidance for your documentation. Please complete my instructions over the weekend and do not hesitate to reach out with questions. Is the president decided by majority vote? That is how I advise you handle it. A majority vote of the then current members. I'll vote for Alice. Your enthusiasm is appreciated, but first we will review the specific work the school will contract to you. Contract to you? Mr. Underwood goes into a spiel about our various expected tasks, including but not limited to staffing the library, cleaning the school, organising events, providing administrative assistance to facility tutoring students, and organising ourselves. He highlights the importance of clear documentation, communication, and accountability several times over to the point we're sick of hearing it. Sometimes reputation is very important to get it into you as people. Holly falls asleep, but Alice dutifully kicks her, which causes her to snap awake. Kane leans on his fist, waiting for the debriefing to wrap up. Evan stares at his feet. I can't tell what he's thinking. Nat watches Mr. Underwood closely, keeping attention impeccably, and I'm listening while gauging everyone's reactions. After about 30 minutes of fielding our questions and detailing the mechanics of the group, Mr. Underwood turns up the last of his coffee. Without other way, you should designate the president. Evan coughs. Lane would be the best fit, I think. Thanks, Evan, for what it's worth. I'm still for Alice. And Holly and I are in agreement that I'll be president, right? She smiles at Holly, who tosses me a worried expression and hesitates. I smile at her to reassure her decision. Yes. Nat runs her fingers through her hair. I will vote for Lane. I'm voting for myself too, so that makes us at a 3-3 tie unless someone wants to change their original vote. We look at Mr. Underwood expectantly. In the event of an even split, I see no reason why you want to... why you would be Oh gosh, in the event of an even split, I see no reason why you would be unable to manage with the 2 co-presidents. Could you handle it? Alice and I look at each other. Neither of us want that outcome. Perhaps we play rock, paper, scissors. That's kind of childish. Why don't we postpone the vote over the weekend? And that's not childish? Mr. Underwood leans against his desk and looks up at the ceiling. We both feel pressured by his impatience. No, it's fine, we can share it. Either break into subgroups to manage more students or take towards leaning. I like those ideas. Having 2 heads works, since if one of us is out, the other can take the reins. And we'll be able to work with more students if needed. Yes, it's fine. Maybe even ideal. We're okay with this, sir. Are you sure? We both nod. We can collect again after, or during, the weekend. After everyone has a chance to look over that email. Mr. Underwood gestures at the door. Please also note that while you are excused from first period this morning, all of you should continue attending class as normal going forward. Got it. Alice leads into the hall, turning to face us and points at Kane. What do you think you're doing? What's it look like working with you all? Pretty simple. Fine, be that way. It's not going to win you points with me. Her attention swaps to Evan. It wasn't Lane. It was you, wasn't it? Huh? What did you do? I won't ask again. I just sent messages to people online to tell them what the group was about. And warned them that your version wasn't accurate. Yes! Yes, Evan! It only served to muddy the waters and turn people off. Don't you understand you make it harder for everyone? Why? Because we're not deceptive, Lisa. I mean, look, who has Lisa? Alice. What? I step in between them. He said he just wants to be honest. Cut him some slack. It worked out anyway, didn't it? For you, I suppose. I have everyone's number. We'll reconvene as a full group on Monday. Holly, will you come with me? Oh, okay. Later, fellas. Alice marches downwards stairs, and Holly follows closely. Nat heads the opposite way. Hey, are you going to class? Yes, shortly. Alright. You can call me anytime if you need help with the paperwork. Her gaze lingers on me as she smiles. She resumes her gait. Kane and Evan give each other a knowing glance. What? She's new. I address Evan. Sounds like there will be enough work to go around after all, so thanks for pulling through. Evan nods. You can take some hours from me, probably. Holly too, maybe, while you're in a workaholic mood. Mine are up for grabs too. Seriously though, what are you even doing here? Kane ignores me while walking away. I eye Evan. So where were you yesterday? I didn't want to get in your way. What am I going to do with you, Evan? So you stayed home and what, messaged people all day long? Somewhat. I talked to Kane though. Why? I told him about the library and... What the hell? You can't just go spreading rumours. Use some sense. Why ask him to join of all people? Actually, he asked me. He said he wants to join, but he didn't want to go through you or Alice. Is that so? That's probably the wisest decision, actually. Talking to either Lane or Alice would be the worst decision ever to join a group. Since Kane punched Lane and then they previously had a relationship as well. I mean, Alice and Kane. I close the distance between us. Are you telling me the truth? Of course I am. What's wrong? Nothing. Do you need help later today? Cleaning? Nope. Did you tell anyone else about the library? No. Did you go? Yeah, keep quiet about it. I'll fill you in later. Tomorrow when we get together. Okay. Class is going to start soon. Laters! I walk away from Evan and go to class. Whew. I should be satisfied. It's an outcome I wanted. But I'm uncomfortable, like a weight is pressing down on my chest, like my skin doesn't fit. My head hurts and I'm exhausted. I skipped lunch again, attended the day's classes and showed up for cleaning duty. Alice and Holly took the first door for the afternoon. It's near the end of the first shift, and I blanking told you already. Underwood said I'm supposed to clean too, since I'm coming back early. I'm stuck with this guy. Kane and I stood outside the bathrooms. No, I'm asking why you want to clean with me. And leave you alone with the girls? Fat chance. Oh, am I dangerous? Gosh. He shoves a bucket of dirty water into my hand. A soapy wave sloshes the front of my shirt. Which of these you want to start with? I grimace and look at the bathroom doors. Neither. We really shouldn't have put this off until the end of the week. No sheesh. I smile weakly at the pun. Kane drops the door open and we start replacing supplies and wiping the porcelain. A few minutes pass. I glance at Kane. He's working faster than I am. At least you're not lazy. He returns the glance. You mouthing off again? I'm just saying that it's nice to actually get help for a change. You know, your buddy stuck his neck out pretty far for your dumbass. Evan, how so? Kane shakes his head and washes his hands. He's loyal, that's all. I move away from one of the stalls a minute later and catch Kane leaning against the wall. So right after a compliment you decide to stop. Finish my half. He flicks his wrist to the side he was working earlier. Sure enough, he's completed everything. Well, don't wait around on my account. We don't have all night. Then hurry up. He doesn't budge. I hesitate, think better of it, and go back to my task. So Holly's still in her rut, huh? What? You implied she's not helping. I guess. I kind of strong-armed her into joining. I rinse my hands at the sink. I told her she can take it easier than us, if she wants. No, wait, wasn't it Nat that Kane was in a relationship with? That's not helping her. I don't know. People grieve differently, right? Let's go to the girls' side. We transition to the other restroom and resume our work. I notice the sun is starting to set through the propped entrance. It's getting late. Don't even pretend like you've got blank to do. Miss Webb usually waits for me. I'm going to send her a message to tell her not to wait up. Miss Webb? Oh, hell yeah. Give me her number. What? No. He snatches my phone from my pocket. Hey! I reach for it, but he keeps me back. You should not have said that, okay? I decide not to protest anymore. What else can I really do? After watching him fiddle with my phone for a while, I hold out my hand. Can I please have my phone back? Say pretty please. I refuse and wait. He slaps it into my hand, stinging my palm. I go ahead and let Miss Webb know I'm staying late tonight and that she shouldn't wait. You can also tell her that if you get an unknown number, then just ignore. We both clean more, but after a few minutes I hear him mumble. What? You have Alice's number? Oh, yeah. Did you ask for it? No, she gave it to me because we were competing for the president role. Kane becomes quieter after that. He finishes before me again and waits. If I don't assert myself, I'm sure he'll keep pushing me around. I kinda need it, you know. Do you have an issue with it? No, don't give a blank, why would I? I stare at him. You think I'm sore about it? Because I gave you that tiny shove? And put me into the hospital? Aren't you? No, it was bloody mutual. She's insane. Impossible to satisfy. Deep issues. A rational voice in my head tells... No, wait. Nat's boyfriend lives in Russia, isn't it? A rational voice in my head tells me to just let it go at that. Evan would, but I'm not Evan. And it had nothing to do with you? Why would it? I hold my hands up, yielding, sorry. Dunno, it's just a question. Yeah, from some nobody. Whatever, man. Move. Let's just clean somewhere else. He blocks the doorway. Some dirt poor kid desperate for $1. Everyone sees through you. You're not cool, you're not slick. You sit around on your little petty potty. Okay, whatever. Let's just go. I don't want to fight. Because you'd lose? Yes, Kane, you bloody idiot. Of course I'd lose. Move. An idiot, huh? You're such a filth. I don't even know why I'm helping you. You done? Need me to call Alice in here? Or how about your deadbeat dad? Ooh. Kane kicks out bucket over, causing the door to close behind him. Now, why don't we stay a while? My eyes dart around the room. I throw a mop handle against his face while shoving past him with all my might. He smacks it down, shouting after me before I sprint the hallway. My heart pounds. I hear him behind me, running after me. In my haste, I slip down the stairwell and catch myself against the wall. I turn and continue the mad dash through the first floor corridor. Oh dear, what an exit this is. Racing around the corridor, my hand catches on several locked doors. I keep trying doors, my hand shaking wildly. Finally, I had an open room and spill into it. I crawl behind a counter, in the bag, and breathe slowly. Hand over my heart. Slow your breathing, you'll be fine. Lane! I flinch and look up. It's Principal Dekker. Are you okay? What are you doing? No, it's not. Just be honest. She watches me intently. Me and my buddy are playing a game since we finished cleaning early. I was just about to come and see you, though, like I promised. She smiles at me with her familiar warmth. It's okay. Is it just you two left? I nod slowly. Let's go to my office, Ben. Is that okay? You're a blessing, Miss Dekker. I glance at the entrance to the cafeteria before taking her hand in mine and standing. Sure, okay. I look her up and down. Is something wrong? Why are you in here anyway? Her calm smile persists. I told you I often patrol my school, remember? Yeah. She takes my wrist and leads me into the hall. Quickly I look left and right, but there's no sign of Kane. I'm thankful to hide out in her office and close the door behind us. So, how are you and Mr. Underwood doing? Principal Dekker's face contorts for an instant. Let's talk about you first. Are you ready to open up to me? She rests on her desk and I sit on her couch, okay? It conforms to me comfortably. Yes, ma'am. Miss Dekker pulls a wine bottle out of her desk and pours some into a thick rounded glass. She drinks. Okay, so why the sneaking around? It's going to sound crazy, but it started right after I fell asleep for way too long earlier this week. I stayed in late and heard some weird noises. Weird? How? I heard loud thuds and bang from this floor, and the school was locked down pretty tight. Miss Dekker pours some wine into a glass matching her own and offers it to me. Miss Dekker, I'm not allowed to drink. I'm still under 21. Call me Bria. I thought you said you were an adult. Reluctantly, I take the glass and drink. It tastes sweet. I didn't find anything. I just went home with Miss Weeb at night. But I kept hearing things, and I think it's probably just disorientation from this bump. I gesture to the stitches hidden under my bandage. The one your friend gave you? I smile. Okay, we're not really friends. I just know him from running track last year. I got on the wrong side of his girlfriend and now I'm losing my mind. Miss Dekker knocks our glasses together. High school sure is a pain, isn't it? You can say that again. Thanks a lot, Bria. She giggles. Oh, that makes an old lady happy. Keep going. Why were you in your library to begin with? You're not that old. I was, blurry vision. Are you okay? I nod quickly. Well, okay, completely honest. I thought you and Mr. Underwood were up to something shady. I guess it was an instinct. You have good instincts, huh? Since we're having an affair, is the wine good? It's a Marriott. Are we supposed to learn something? We're not too. I take another big drink. Oh, yeah, it's good. I'm feeling pretty tired, sorry. Miss Dekker rubs my chest with her gentle hands. Whoa! Wine is a sporific. Do you know that word? I look up at her hazily, my face flushed. It's sleep-inducing, right? She keeps rubbing me sensually. That's right, smart boy. You can rest on my couch. Okay, this is a bit of a hazy situation. My eyes feel heavy, but my stomach aches. Actually, it's painful, a slow burn. You shouldn't have had that wine, it was not that. A slow burn. I push her back weakly, but she persists, her hand travelling slowly down my... Please, will you, I need... She places her fingertips on my lips. Shh. But my skin is tingling, isn't it? Something isn't right. I resist with more force, but she holds my shoulders down with leading pressure. Principal Dekker. Bria, I need to go to the restroom. Badly, I'm really sorry. I think it's because of a wine and empty stomach. I skipped lunch. Her expression flattens. Is that so? You should stay, I insist. My guts feel like they're on fire. Sheesh, it hurts. I push her back hard. My hands sink into her ample bosom without regardless of politeness. I'll be right back. Wait! I jog out the door, empty wine glass still in my hand. Noticing this, I put it on the ground. Then push into the boys' bathroom clumsily. I miss the light switch and run straight in. It hurts, it really hurts. What's going on? I shove my forefingers into my throat and vomit into the sink. An ugly mixture of wine and blood. The smell of copper wafts back at me from the porcelain. But it still hurts like fire and I grip my chest tightly. I'm sweating. As I lay my head against the mirror and breathe slowly, collecting my thoughts, I hear shouting outside the bathroom. It sounds like Miss Dekker. I wipe my mouth with my sleeve and exit. My legs are still shaking and I'm only getting worse with time. Kane is holding Principal Dekker back from entering the bathroom. Get out of her way, he's sick and needs help. Kane shoves her back by the shoulders. I think you're the one that needs help. I'll call the police. Do it then. Miss Dekker sees me. Lane, tell him you're sick. She's right. I think I need to call 911. With shaking hands, I pull up my phone and fumble it to the ground. No, stop. You just need some rest. What is the situation? Miss Dekker scrambles for my phone. What the blank you doing, lady? Oh, gosh. Kane grabs her aggressively, pinning her against the lockers. She resists and his grip tightens. Kane, stop! What the hell? Kane looks back at me quickly. What do you have? Just a glass of wine. Pain deep in my gut causes me to lean against the chalkboard. I've had wine. It doesn't do that. What did you put in it? He glares at Miss Dekker, whose eyes are wailing with tears as she fights against him. You're hurting me! Yeah, think about it. It does not do that. It should not have that effect on the stomach. Kane raises his voice and pulls her hair. What the hell did you do? The little guy was right. I knew you were up to something when you told me to give Lane his damn schedule. What? Let me go, I'll call the cops. Not going to admit it? Fine. Kane grabs her arms and squeezes. I'll break your hand if you don't admit you spiked that wine. Ow, stop it, please. Say it. I spiked the wine. Why? Kane doesn't relent as tears begin streaming down her face. Is he going to be okay? Am I going to be okay? I don't know. I'm hyperventilating. Since she doesn't respond, he yanks her hair and she yelps. Is he going to die? Say something. She's unable to answer through her sobs. Kane locates his locker and pulls it open. He shoves her finger. Oh gosh. That definitely is. He shoves her fingers inside the gap and slams it closed with no hesitation. A blood-curdling scream so loud it hurts my ears. Ooh. He slams the metal locker door against her broken fingers again and again, warping the bones in her hand and splattering blood down the side of the locker. With raspy breath, she screams for him to stop. Tell me something, then! Ooh. Not good at all. She flails in his grip as he disfigures her hand in a wild fury. He won't die, he didn't eat. Kane looks back at me. What didn't you eat? Before I can respond, Dekker lifts a small black rectangle and shoves it against Kane's chest. He releases her instantly and goes rigid, a stun gun. How are you able to do that? Crumbling to the ground, she overtakes him. Ugh! Stop. Just stop. My voice is drowned out by Kane's shout. Dekker continues applying the current directly to Kane's chest above his heart. That's enough! That's... Stop! Kane's body convulses weakly on the ground and foam spills from the edge of his mouth. She's not going to stop. She's not listening. I fall forward, tripping over my weak limbs. I can't even stand straight. But I have to do something. I grab that wine glass and run to them, as fast as I can. Falling forward, I break the glass over Miss Dekker's head. Glass shards skid along the floor from the force. Instinctively, she drops the stun gun and lifts her torso in a daze. On the ground, Kane clutches his heart with his hand and gasps. He desperately kicks her away. His foot presses into her thigh and she stumbles sideways to the stairs. The edge of her foot misses to the first step of the stairwell. Gosh. Her broken fingers grope on the railing, but it yields to her touch. She flips over the edge, her legs fling into the air. Head first, she falls between the flight. Yikes, an impact. Oh no! An impact against the railing echoes, followed by a dull thud. After that, there's no sound. Nothing. Yeah, because it might be that she's gone into the afterlife already. Kane and I look at each other in horror. Carefully I move to the edge and look down. Oh no, future Flare here. This is a pretty good demo to the game. There's a lot of expressiveness throughout with the characters. A lot of diversity as well when it comes to the characters' personalities too. Like we've got Alice's over competitiveness, Kane's physical bulk, but not so dim-witted personality. I mean, he could pick up a lot of things as well, like back there where it's like, how is it suspicious that having Evan's schedule was sort of like a trigger towards the principal's actions and what would happen afterwards if, and let's say if, Lane went to the principal for some odd reason. And I think Kane, in some way, was going to try and stop him from trying to get, or have a chance of getting to the principal for some odd reason. How that turned out, I don't know, but I cut out a little bit of that out, just because I think that that last scene that I just kind of cut out, you won't see it, it's a little too dark, but you can probably get the gist of what what Lane said there, as in, we killed her. And it's a bit neck twisting if you ask me, but that's all the hints I'm gonna say on that part. But it's a pretty good demo, pretty good. And some parts of it is quite slow building, but there are other visual novels out there like Steins Gate where the story and actions are built up quite slowly, and then all of a sudden it comes at you in full force. And in that particular scenario, it did come with full force, sorry, as in the finger snapping moments. Gosh, that must have been painful. Like, look at my fingers, I do not want that to happen to me as well. Bloody hell, Kane. But there is, like, there's a devil's advocate to that, because if somebody just intrude on that situation, it would look like that Kane was just horrifically bullying and torturing someone. But no, I think it was because Kane was looking out for Lane, and the principal sort of did drug the protagonist there. And in the slight chance of the optional 18+ scenario, rather than the protagonist going to the toilet, the protagonist would have stayed there, and all sorts of mischief would have happened there. Just because of how the principal was acting and all that. Or the other chance was that the protagonist knows about what her and Mr. Underwood were doing, so she was trying to eradicate Lane from this scenario. But thank you so much for watching, folks. This has been the demo of Student Union. Please check this game out for yourselves if you want to see what that gruesome outcome was. But you get the idea. Like, it was the broken handle railings at the start of the game which initially caused the protagonist to fall down, or fall over, should I say. But it's the same ones that caused the principal to meet her unfortunate demise. She was very pretty. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all in the full game when it releases, or in the next video. Have a wonderful day, and take care of yourselves.